This video goes out to all my OG Call of Duty players, all of those players who have skillfully neutralised an enemy soldier at close range only to be blown up by a grenade that dropped out of that dead enemy's arsehole. Indeed, in this video we're going to be looking back on the perk Martyrdom in Call of Duty games. It's one of those perks that haunted us in the early days of multiplayer, and it now sits retired in the Hall of COD Infamy alongside the likes of Last Stand, Juggernaut and other nefarious features. It all started for Martyrdom in Call of Duty 4's new perk system. 3 tiers of perks you could apply to your soldier to get more advantages for your playstyle, and if your playstyle included being the biggest shithouse in the lobby, then Martyrdom unlocked at rank 17 was the perk for you. The description of it reads, drop a live grenade when killed, and I mean, if that doesn't sound enticing to noobs, then nothing will. It is a quintessential noob perk. The chance to get a free kill for dying? Sign us up, they said. To get down into the nitty gritty, Martyrdom made it so that the player instantly dropped a grenade when they died, and it had half the fuse time of a regular grenade at 2.5 seconds, which is just enough time for someone to inch close enough to a player's dead body to be within the blast radius. But also the time is short enough that it spells imminent revenge for someone who's just died to a shotgun user, for example. Grenades as a whole in COD 4 were like mini nukes anyway, but you could also slap on Sonic Boom for increased explosive power, and suddenly Martyrdom is no longer like a second thought, but it's actually imperative to your performance in game. It was always great seeing the enemy player edging towards your dead body in that split second before the kill cam starts, and then by the time you've respawned, boom! 1 kill closer to that UAV already. Although you have to admit, sometimes when they're practically standing on top of you when you die and you don't get that Martyrdom kill, it's disappointing. It just seemed like there was no way they could possibly escape, and as you can probably tell from this level of detail I'm going into, I was quite the Martyrdom enthusiast back in my rookie days. I remember equipping Martyrdom to all my classes when I unlocked it for the first time ever, just thinking that this is great, why wouldn't you want to use it? But I'll never forget my friend Jay, who was already a prestiged player, but at this time he was disgusted in me for using such a perk. Obviously young noob Marley was confused at this, but he told me it's bad to have it on because it rewards dying, that it won't help me get better at the game, and I'll tell you folks, those words have stuck with me my whole Call of Duty career. I never looked back after that, of course. I've still got to deal with Martyrdom users, so what's it like being on the flip side of that? Well, first of all, you need to have your wits about you. Make sure your ears are tuned in to listen out for that noise of the grenade hitting the floor as soon as you dispatch an enemy. Make sure your eyes are focused, looking out for that trail of the nade as it drops to the floor, so you can turn round and get the fuck away from the danger zone. It really does play on your instincts though, especially if you're an aggressive player. That instinct to push forward after each kill will get you killed plenty of times if you're not careful. Sometimes though, you're just too close to the enemy when that nade hits the floor, and that's when you need to be on your toes, ready to grab that live grenade off the floor and throw it away to safety. That's extremely satisfying when you do that. Never mind getting a kill with someone's Martyrdom nade. Oh, that's some top 10 plays of the week shit right there. Of course though, Kill Confirmed wasn't a game mode in the original COD 4, but it's in Modern Warfare Remastered, and Martyrdom is taken to a whole other level on that mode because, well, people just have to approach your body after killing you, and I'm beginning to think I shouldn't be influencing this type of play. Very unsportsmanlike using that perk in Kill Confirmed. Don't do it, please. Before we take a look at the life of Martyrdom in later COD games, I just want to say that if you're a new viewer and enjoying the video, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and maybe the notification bell to join the notification squad like the 2 COD OGs on your screen. But let's move on. Not much changed for Martyrdom in World at War. In fact, actually nothing to do with the perk specifically changed from its COD 4 counterpart. However, Treyarch had decreased the amount of damage grenades do, so obviously that's going to nerf the perk a bit, but also the gameplay of World at War in general just didn't suit Martyrdom, thankfully. For one, the maps are so big that a Martyrdom grenade is like dropping a pebble in the ocean hoping to hit a fish. It's so very rarely will you get killed by someone close enough to be affected by it, and furthermore, unless you could shit out a sticky grenade instead, you won't be doing much damage to the tanks that kill you either. In summary, you'd be daft to use it, man. You think after 2 Call of Duty appearances someone would have had a word about the Martyrdom situation, and they must have for MW2 because it was no longer available as a perk. Yes! But they clearly didn't go in hard enough because it was still in the game as a death streak. No. You had to die 4 times in a row without getting a kill to activate Martyrdom, and again, the grenades weren't quite as powerful as they were in COD 4, so it wasn't really up to much. Again, sure you could add danger close onto it, but doing that just to increase your chances of a Martyrdom kill, also the fuse time was quite a bit longer too, so that means people had more time to run away from it or throw the nade away. I think after the 14th attempt of trying to get a Martyrdom kill, I called it quits, and when it comes to death streaks, Painkiller and Final Stand are just much better options. Treyarch had finally had enough of Martyrdom by the time Black Ops rolled around, but Infinity Ward still had a soft spot for it and included it in a Call of Duty game for the final time in MW3. It's identical to its MW2 version, still is shite, if not even more shite, due to the grenade damage once again being reduced. I managed 1 single Martyrdom kill in this game, which featured even more attempts than last time, and in fact I was so bad I pissed off my teammate.
You got a 36 on your team, that's how you fight, boys!
I can't blame him, and so Martyrdom went out of Call of Duty with a whimper. It's fair to say that it's an unpopular opinion that Martyrdom was good, and if you're into so-called unpopular opinions, I've got a video all about them up on my second channel. I'll leave the link in the description. We're also so close to hitting 10,000 subs on there, so dropping a sub on that channel would be much appreciated. A like on this video if you've enjoyed it would also be appreciated. Let's go for that 2,000 like goal as always, and let me know in the comments your memories of Martyrdom and COD games. It's also time for me to give a shout out to all my amazing channel members, so without further ado, shout out to Welts, Robert Jacobson, Andrew McNair, Mr. Werecat, Fossilhammer, Spider-Man, Carrie Han, Cameron Johnson, Graham Deloy, Foot Napkin, More Dank Than 420, Callum34, Sean McDermott, Benny Jones, Chet Manley, Childish Jedi, Mercury Zero, Matty P, Joshua Muller, GB Crumpet, Aaron Morton, Michael Noakes, Ben Newman, John Davidson, Luke Maskell, Caleb Schaefer, Epic Nero, Lewis Hayward, Jonathan Koivu, George, James Linehan, I Like to Swim Naked, Deranged Dragon, Redfire Gamer, Jonzo, Real Turbo, Tom Hoffman, Ryan McFarlane, David Taylor, Kyle Blackwelder, and Fernando Partridge. If you want to become a channel member like all of these amazing people, the link for that is also in the description. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.